Welcome to DC On Screen. I'm your host, David C. Robertson, and this is my co-host, Jason.
Hello!
And today we are going to be traversing into dark waters, getting super spoilery on Arrow 409, the fall finale.
Dum dum dum.
Dum dum dum.
Dum,
So,
dum, 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 dum.
what's happening?
I've had little drummer boy stuck in my head for days.
Oh, yeah. So let's just get that out of the way. What do you think? Do you think Felicity's in the grave?
She said it herself earlier in, I think, this episode. Unless you see a body, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, watching the scene, which, by the way, is, I think, probably the best scene Arrow's ever pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can't actually recall anything in the series so far that was as well done. And I didn't know exactly how it was going to play, but you're watching it, you kind of see where it's going a little bit, and I have to admit, by the time that limousine stopped in the middle of the road, I took a second and realized that my heart rate had sped up significantly. I was actively worried, which is just good job, show. Fuck, you actually sped up my heart rate.
Yeah, that was a really good scene.
Yeah,
it really was.
But it's right there on the fence, and with the additional information of the promo next week, it sounds like a giant red herring.
It does seem like a giant red herring, and
I would be so much happier with it if there was no promo, because as is, even if it is a red herring, without the promo that happens like a minute later in real time, you've got months to sit there and speculate and think about your feelings for Felicity and whatever,
right?
Which are grand and deep.
Yeah. Matthew Ryan Cronin said something to us on Facebook about this. He says, halfway through the tonight's Arrow episode, they're really playing at the Felicity Jewish thing. Gotta be
right.
a misdirect.
Right.
Or they'll turn the camera to an OTS shot and show all the Jewish burial things Ollie's looking at.
That's what I was wondering. We didn't see the other side of it, and yeah, he had a good point. For all we know, we turn to the other side of that, and there is the traditional. I'm going to say rocks. There's got to be a better term, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, God, it was really well done. Like I said, I wish the promo hadn't been there to kind of spoil it, because the promo it shows that she's still alive going into surgery, and then it basically pulls the same fucking trick you did a few weeks ago. You pull up the same speech. I mean, it's the same audio. Fuck, they didn't even redo it.
Yeah.
Same exact speech, same exact grave scene, and then the same exact mislead about Felicity being dead. Mm-hmm. That's not cool.
Now, was it me, or did they keep teasing us? They had misdirects and red herrings all through the episode, with everyone pretty much almost getting killed, getting really close to getting killed.
For a second, they went back to Quentin and Mama Smoke, and I was really feeling good about our predictions.
Yeah. And how much did you love Felicity's reaction to Lance and Mama Smoke?
I liked Quentin's reaction to her reaction. Just, okay.
Yep.
Just walks away. He's right. You can't do anything to help this dude. Just go get a drink. Or, I guess not. Go get a club soda in your case.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, Merlin this episode.
Really enjoyed it.
I had my minions look into blah, blah, blah. And Thea's like, you love having minions.
And two things I noted out of that conversation. One, who the fuck wouldn't like having minions?
Right?
Come on. That's cool. And two, Merlin's scared.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually scared. I like that.
I did love that he said, excellent, you've got your bondage suit on.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And some part of me was like, dude, don't say that in front of her dad, you fucking cock.
Oh, man.
I liked their debate, though. The Laura Quentin debate.
Mm-hmm.
I liked their scene. That was, that scene alone was probably more... I probably liked those two characters more in that scene than I have in a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've been liking Laurel a lot more lately.
I
really have.
I have. They've finally gotten her into, she's not struggling to be a strong character anymore. She's just assumed the position of being a strong character. And that's seeping into the writing somewhat. So now you're actually getting to see her do things because she fucking thinks it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully that will, just pretending that, just saying, okay, well, she's a strong character with nothing to do. Hopefully that will, push into her actually having something to do on a normal basis without, I don't know. It's a tough line to walk. They've already I was just started an open letter to the producers and writers right then. It's like, you guys have already screwed her over so much. It's hard for me to really. Gosh. But yeah, she's not terrible right now. So I'll tell you what was terrible though. That CGI Oliver and Shark. That was bad.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That was bad. That didn't even look
stupid
like
bad.
That
I'm not
was
sure that anyone on that staff knows how sharks work.
That was like some mid-90s ocean girl in Australia shit.
It was bad.
That was bad. Oh.
Yeah.
And then we didn't even get to see the shark bite Ollie.
No.
He's just like, and that's where you got those scars, fans.
Right? Oh, come on, man.
Anyway.
Like, he's never talked about... Who in their right or wrong fucking mind? Who on earth could resist telling people at every possible opportunity, I was bitten by a shark? If I won a one-on-one, like, cage match with a fucking shark, that's all I would ever talk about.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm sure Oliver's a better person than me, but still, I can't be the minority here. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you are the minority. Yeah. Maybe
if you had to... If you were forced to, I don't know, go and perform a number of misdeeds on an island somewhere, you might not bring up the shark.
Would you just like forget about it within the canon of terrible and badass things you accomplished on that island?
I mean, you might. I mean, you know, because he's like, I got bitten by a shark. How'd you get bitten by a shark? Well, I was in the ocean.
Yeah,
Why?
someone taught me free diving in an hour, and I kind of, they didn't teach me about sharks within the hour. So,
I mean, why were
I
you that
mentioned
deep?
tropical waters and a bay area.
Well, I mean, this Russian chick, I had to take her to the... Well, why? Suddenly, like, there was somebody on the island with you? Damn it. It just gets real deep real quick.
All right, that's maybe a good reason. Like, his going story for the rest of... for most of Star City, at least, is, well, I was there alone the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he can't walk around picking up girls going like, hey, I felt a shark.
Right. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I guess that someone has to know that a bunch of weird shit happened on the island. I mean...
Yeah. Especially that shark. They pulled out one line. I really did like Quentin more this episode, more than I have in a while. But they did one thing that I wish it was just off the table. They pulled out that freaking "my baby girl" line again. And every time they say "my baby girl," it like sets me back. I mean, if it's a rating system, I'm watching Quentin. I'm liking him more and more. Like if it's points based, he starts at 40. And by the end of this scene, I'm like 70, 80. Oh man, he's at 85 points. And then he says "my baby girl" again. I'm like, okay, cool, 45.
Right.
I'm tired of that line. I'm tired of that angle. I thought we'd addressed that several times this season. Oliver did the best job of addressing it when he's just yelling at him in his apartment. Mm-hmm. It just needs to be dropped outright. Done.
Yeah, they should retcon the show. He's not their father. He's Quentin McQueen.
There you go. It's like Oliver's uncle.
Right.
I could deal with that.
His honorary drunk uncle.
Right. Yeah, like Oliver Queen would have like a drunk uncle that slipped him Smirnoff at 13.
Yeah.
Smirnoff Ice, mind you. Not ready for real Smirnoff yet.
Smirnoff.
And I also really like that, again, I like that Merlin is afraid a little bit. Gives me some gravity. Gives me a way to, judge everybody else. And in particular, he says he can't afford to pit the league against Hive.
Yeah.
Gives me a really clear picture of the hierarchy on which organization's really got more behind it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is that was a frightening statement.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay.
And isn't it right before? Is it that scene right before where he walks into the room and Quentin pulls a gun and he just effortlessly takes him down and hands him his gun back?
Yeah, absolutely, that totally happened.
Yeah. I liked it. I do.
Can we talk about Damien Darhk?
Oh, please.
Oh, okay. First of all, did you when he shows up at the whatever it was the at the fundraiser thing.
Yeah, it was like a fundraising holiday party, I thought.
When he looks at Alex, he acts like he recognizes Alex. Like he kind of does a double take and then doesn't say anything. So there's that.
I have stuff. I'm gonna go back and watch that now, or hopefully I'll see it. I just liked his entrance is phenomenal. It's the Darth Vader style entrance.
His intro.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. I think he's looking at Thea.
Oh, is he?
I think he's looking at Thea when that happens, because when they shoot back to the profile shot with Thea and Alex in the background, Thea's the one who like sinks her eyes down.
That would make more sense if he was looking at her. I want Alex to be someone bad.
Yeah, they already did that with the DJ last time. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather him just be a dude, because at this point, she's been with a guy and he ended up being a hero. She's been with a guy and he ended up being a ridiculous assassin. And then why not just, if you insist on her being with somebody every damn time, just let it be a regular dude now.
Right, I mean, well, you've seen her. She's not going to be without a dude, man.
Right, somehow. I don't understand. And by the way, she's doing a great job as the campaign manager. They found a really good spot for her. Like, this is what she did really well. She managed hype.
A bar.
To do the night. And that's a big deal with managing a nightclub as far as I've ever seen, is that you're managing expectations and hype. The actual product isn't nearly as important as what people think about the product.
Yeah. So I've lost my track. What was I talking about?
We'll find it again.
Oh, yeah. Damien, when he tells Oliver, I think if you replay our conversation in your mind, you'll find that any deal we had was implied. And also, bad guy. Remember?
Yeah, I like that. He's so much fun. He's just entertaining as all hell. And you know his lair, like whatever the hell it is that he hangs out, like this weird lighted warehouse thing. Mm-hmm. He looks great in there, and it's because the guy, Neil McDonough has these like electric blue eyes, and they match him with his lighting. So they've got white and blue lighting in the background of him always. So it just shines off his hair and eyes. It makes him look like he fills the room.
Yeah,
it's wonderful set design and lighting design. I'm pretty sure there's another couple designs that should go in there too, but they do a fucking great job with like setting up how he presents himself, and that's. I mean, I know it's because he's doing a good job, but part of it's because they built the set around this guy. Mm-hmm. Oh, and we finally met like Mr. Terrific's showy husband.
Oh yeah, we did.
That was cute. I like that Felicity is the one that made that weird. It made all the sense in the world.
It was.
That guy you felt so bad for because he like was out of vacation and then he thought his husband was jobless and all that stuff. Like, I understood. You felt bad for him. I did too.
Yeah.
I liked how they were. What did he say? Like, oh, that was the tip off. That was it. He's describing like how he proposed. He's like, no, we didn't just like put it in a souffle like straight people. No, we went diving, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did like that. That was good.
It was good framing too, because you got like Oliver diving the entire episode, and it's just enough. It's Felicity. She doesn't need much. She just needs a kernel of information. And she can extrapolate a proposal, apparently. Their little proposal discussion was cute as all hell. Like, when he finally admits to, like, okay, yeah, I was going to propose, she kind of has this... There's, like, this little whimper of joy. I knew it, I was right. Mm-hmm. I've always wondered, though, when earlier, when she's, like, undoing the Christmas lights and everything and finds the ring.
Right.
I don't know. I have no context. I wonder if that's a thing that people really do. Like, you find the ring and you actually do start, like, squealing with the other people around.
Yeah, I don't...
I mean, I've never done it.
Was she really squealing, or was her mom
Her mom was doing the squealing. Definitely her mom. But there was a little bit of jumping for joy kind of thing. I guess it's an excitable moment. I've never understood if it's a real one. But am I to understand that Oliver, like, hid the ring in the box of Hanukkah lights? Like, the one thing that he wouldn't possibly ever need?
Is he really that oblivious?
Right. Oliver, did you really think you were going to be the one that remembered to pull down the Hanukkah lights before anybody else?
Well, I think Felicity said that she found it in a box of Christmas decorations.
Well, then you have a fighting chance. But come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't have a safety deposit box somewhere? Shit.
We're getting kind of close to that time of year. Maybe I should... Nah, she'll never go in there.
Right. No, I'll put the lights up next week. There's no way they decided to go put them up without me.
Yeah. So, there's this crazy rumor going around. It's a theory more than anything, and I thought I'd address it. Because of Damien Darhk using the algae stuff, like from the Bay, there's this idea that they're bringing in Mr. Bloom from Batman, from the Batman comics, into Arrow.
Mr. Bloom,
because he kept referring to the bloom, the algae bloom. Mr. Bloom is. Let's see, I'll just read what it says here on the character wiki. Let's see. He provides his seeds to a select few, acting as implants that, once rooted inside the body, will grant their host extraordinary superpowers at the cost of their lives. Kind of sounds ghostish.
a little bit.
He was created by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo and is described as representing the weeds and cracks that keep sprouting in society between different groups based on dissatisfaction with the status quo. Anyone with the right motivation could become Mr. Bloom. So, I mean, his powers are adaptive, agility, berserker strength, claws, and shapeshifter. But yeah, there seems to be an idea that they could be, I don't know, causing like a spore situation and bringing about Mr. Bloom somehow. I don't know.
Does that not just seem like a little bit too much going on though right now?
Nah.
You've already got Dark.
Well, that would be setting up something for season 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we're just going to pitch it for next season, then yeah, it's fitting great. Like right now, it seems like for the back half of the season, it seems like a lot.
Well, sure. I mean, I don't think they'll. If they do it, I don't think it'll be right the hell now. So, what do you think? What do you think he's doing with this underground corn and air shit? Like, what is?
No idea. I really don't have a fucking clue. There seems to be a cornfield and a plan. Yeah. That's the extent of what I understood about that.
Right? It's like, okay, so you got air down somewhere. Okay, and there's corn. All right. Was that supposed to mean something?
Are baseball players going to come out of the other side of it?
I mean, he wants to tear down Star City, but obviously he intends for someone to live. Like, someone's going to thrive. I mean,
somehow it's like below the city, and they're calling it Phase 4. But what the hell? I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't know. That is obviously going to feature in at least the first couple episodes. It'll probably feature like what the hell they're up to. It'll either be the next phase and what is on ongoing plan, or that's his end game, and somehow Cornfield's involved. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's my hope for the end of the season.
Felt like a lot more of a rage kind of plan, though, didn't it? Like we're going to raise the city and just grow crops.
Damien Darhk's an agricultural villain,
right?
He's like, the government took my daddy's land.
I mean,
what?
Rage is, in a lot of forms, Rage is an environmental terrorist. Like they didn't really take a lot of advantage of that. We're going to just transfer that to Dark, I guess.
Right? They're finally just like, well, what's happening? Well, I started dealing with magic in 1975 when the government actually started paying my dad not to grow his crops.
Right.
Wait, what?
Long story short.
My long-term plan the entire time.
Just look up subsidies and we'll continue the garbage.
My big hope for the end of the season is that Green Arrow and crew find this underground bunker and is taken down very quickly by the Ghost, and so Kid Flash, hot pursuit complete with the cosmic motorcycle. Mm-hmm. They all come in and stop Damien Darhk. And Arrow is canceled. No,
summarily.
Sorry.
Hey, I think he called it like Project Genesis or something.
Yeah, he did.
He's got a plan, but I'm trying to understand why it's necessarily a bad plan. It just looks like he wanted to scare everyone into moving out of the city so that he could grow a bunch of corn. I mean, unless his like truly villainous plan is diabetes through high fructose corn syrup, I don't really know what is so villainous about that.
Yeah, that's some middle America villainy right there, man.
Right?
That's
like the evil Pa Kent. Look out, Kansas.
He has an evil scheme involving cornflakes.
Right. He's got General Mills at his back. It's getting real now.
Right. The last person to go up against him and fall was Cream of Wheat.
His sidekick, Porridge.
And now I just see Porridge from Doctor Who.
Oh,
The little midget character. Was he something? I don't know. Is that the proper terminology now? I guess not.
I forget.
Little person?
I
Is that the one now?
I've honestly lost track of that. I'm almost...
Yeah.
I think I'd put my money there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and dude, like, no forgiveness, Ollie. This is another one of those, like, just, damn it, Guggenheim, you didn't understand. It's not that we were like, oh my god, Oliver's not killing people. Great. It was that there was a good reason he wasn't killing people anymore, and we liked that. Now, when, for instance, you have Felicity, Diggle, Thea, all missing, yeah, I'd kill people if I were him.
Sure.
Right? I mean, talking about your brother, as far as you're really concerned at this point, your brother, your soon-to-be fiance, you're hoping, and your sister, like the only part of your family you have left, what wouldn't you do? And who could blame you? I wasn't watching this episode and thinking, oh, he's regressed. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, cool, because that's entirely what a character should actually do if he's a real actor.
Mm-hmm. I have a question.
Huh.
And I lost it.
Well, then I've answered well.
That is crazy.
I answered you so well it retconned your fucking question. That's what happened.
I guess so. The end. I totally had a question. I don't know what that was now. That's kind of amazing.
Ollie, Guggenheim, bad writing, real actors, motivations, something about a gas chamber. Just kind of working backwards here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly, the gas chamber scene, that was good stuff. And actually, I didn't know, even within the context of the show, like I didn't know Black Canary had enough skills under her belt yet to rescue the entire team single-handedly, but so help me she does, and good damn job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's proud of her. Oh yeah, I remember what my question was.
Yay!
Are you with me in that you were just completely bored with Diggle and his brother?
Oh, this was the last episode where he can be in a cage, and I still give a half a damn. I did like the line about when he hands him the photos, a real man would ask for these photos by now. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
But brainwashed Andy, something needs to really happen with that soon. Because I don't care. I did really dig that they said that even Lawton didn't know that his rounds were fake. Like, they tricked Deadshot, man.
Yeah, that's...
I enjoyed that. I'm still not sure what they're going to do with that. They just need to do something with it. He can't sit in a cage any longer.
And he's got to stop being such a dick. I'm just tired of him being a dick.
Yeah. And, John's not exactly massaging his ego here. They're just being asshole brothers to each other.
Yeah. And, there are a few things on this show that need to stop. Are you with me on the fact that I kind of think, Ollie's running for mayor? Mm-hmm. Maybe get rid of the neckbeard.
No, you get a look, you keep a look. Period.
I mean, I enjoy a good beard, but he just always looks like he just hasn't shaven in a couple days.
Well, yeah, but it's not like an Andrew Luck kind of neck beard or something. It's just, I don't know. It's just overgrown facial hair that he doesn't bother trimming very much. It's my favorite way to wear my face, personally, is about the way he does. So, yeah, I'm not judging him.
But you didn't do that until you started watching this show.
That is wrong. I kept having jobs that required me to shave.
That's not wrong. It just happens to be, happens to be the truth.
For the majority of college, I just would forget to shave for weeks at a time.
It's correlation, not causation.
And then punish a poor razor.
Right. You got anything else on this episode?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good episode, honestly.
It was. And like I said, we always like the Flash more, but for this one shining moment at the very end here, Arrow was a better show. Right until that promo happened, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Digging where they're going, though, at least. And, I don't know how they're going to sneak... by the way, Roy Harper's coming back in a few episodes. I don't really know how. And I'm not sure that was planned, so... And God, please don't make it be like a Thea love triangle thing. I don't give a fuck.
I sincerely hope it's not.
Just don't care. And why should Roy? Like, if Roy comes back and she's dating Alex, his reaction should be basically, well, cool, good for you. Nice to meet you, Alex. That's the appropriate thing to do. You just ran off, man. Twice.
He didn't just run off.
Well,
he wanted her to go with him.
He ditched her. Ditched her and left a note.
That's true. Never mind. I was thinking of something else.
The other time.
No, wait. It was a better show I was thinking of. Never mind.
I'm excited to have him back, though, whatever capacity it is. I just don't want it to be a love triangle. That's it. And, I mean, I don't know who's going to end up being in the grave yet. The producers admitted they didn't know who's in the grave. I still feel pretty damn good that it's not Felicity. What I was bothered by was it seemed like this was still the best idea they had right now, was to just keep running that piece of track, and it wasn't. I mean, the lead-in on the first episode, going from the ring and all that happiness straight to the grave, that was so clearly directing you that way that there's no way a good writer would possibly give you that later. Like, you can't. I mean, audiences have more I don't know, evolved expectations these days. We're not the only two assholes thinking, oh, come on, that's got to be a mislead. So if you actually end up doing, like, if God forbid at the end of all this she actually does die when we come back, like, that is a giant fuck you to us that we didn't see that coming, to that you kind of phoned it in, that you decided at the last minute that, you know, we are going to make it Felicity. I'm going to go ahead and grow a pair and make it Felicity. You didn't earn it if you did. And I might have given you credit if you didn't have the promo, but
yeah. The problem is, though, is like,
it's just like season 3. Like, you know, the break at season 3 was Oliver gets stabbed and pushed off a cliff. Well, the titular character is not going to die. Period.
Right. I think the problem you're kind of sinking into here, though, is that, like, yeah, they can give us that foreshadowing and decide that that's her, and they have earned it, because just, you know, if you can kill off a character and not earn it. Like, sometimes it's there because in real life you lose someone you love, and there's nothing earned about it. There's nothing.
My favorite version of that ever, well, in current memory, my favorite version of that is on Dollhouse in the epilogue episodes. The guy that's been there from episode 1,
spoilers for Dollhouse.
Yeah, sorry. The earmuffs. Give me 10 seconds. The major lead character just dies suddenly, and then she has a giant monologue about he just died, he's just gone, I never get to say goodbye, I never get to do all this, blah blah blah. And but that was a real thing. He's just one shot, he's done. The show didn't tell you it was coming, it just happened, and then you get to see people react to it. That's fine.
So I mean, but you know, if you're like, well, there's no way a good writer would actually kill Felicity after, you know, giving us that foreshadowing, because that should be a misdirect. Well, okay.
Look, if
Except
this was
you're just getting into, like, well, what, you know,
people talk about, like, broadcasting the punch. That's what that is. Like, they absolutely told me where the punch was coming from. Like, reared the right arm back so hard that there's no way I couldn't have known. I mean, that should be a feint. That right arm should be a trick while I jab with the left.
Well, at some point it's got to reverse. It's got to be like, well, we showed you this so hard, you think it's going to be a red herring, but no, it actually was the correct foreshadowing. That's
I know,
the twist. And boom.
I would have slightly respected it without the promo, if they had just dropped Felicity this episode and we come back and we're seeing the grave scene and it's actually a funeral and everything. I'd have to give it to them.
Yeah.
That'd be a no, fuck you, we did it anyway, you're going to have to deal with it. And then you keep writing a good show at that point, and me and you were solid. This is wishy-washy.
This is why I shouldn't write for Arrow. But, like, almost directly after the show was over, I just thought, like, man, they should just cut to the grave, and, like, he's standing there, and, like, Laurel walks up, and they start making out, and then it pans around, and it is Felicity's grave.
No, you...
That would make so many people angry.
You shouldn't write for Arrow now, apparently.
Myself included. I would be so angry with that.
But it would be a, fuck you, no one thought we'd do it.
Right.
I'm doing it anyway.
Didn't see this coming.
And then they pull the camera a little bit, and Ray's just washing him from the background. And he's back too now.
Right. Oh, man. That would be so terrible.
I'm still not sure what they're going to do. And they've still got to put someone in that tombstone. They have to. You showed me the gun. You got to pull the trigger. So now it feels like they've lost some of their lead up, because through the whole first part of the season, everyone was wondering that, and now we've seen something like that. And if it's going to be if it's going to be a mislead again, well, now you've got to build up steam to getting somebody else in that tombstone.
Absolutely.
It's getting weird, guys.
They've written themselves into a pickle.
They've written themselves into a fucking coffin.
A coffin can be a pickle, too.
It's a pickled coffin, for all I get. Coffin made of picklewood.
Picklewood?
Why not? Why not?
What is this picklewood of which you speak?
I have no idea.
You made that up?
Sure. Makes as much sense as, like, making a mask out of a coffin. But, we've still got Sionis, so whatever.
I feel so lied to. So violated.
You've survived much worse from me.
I was really hoping there was a thing called picklewood.
No, it just sounds like a really dirty joke.
Right? I would buy a trunk made of picklewood to house my flippers and bat wieners.
There you go.
That's for you, Chris. That's for you. I don't even know if he listens to the Arrow episodes.
No idea.
I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, we're
good.
And we're gonna, like we explained on the Flash, we're gonna be out for a little while on specifically the Arrowverse.
Yeah,
just a minute. Just while they're gone.
They're not airing episodes.
Can't very well do reviews and recaps on episodes that don't exist, except that Constantine we did. By the way, you've got time. Go back.
Right. We might come up with some fun stuff to do, but we're not pushing it.
Yeah, for the interim, all we knew was to date we're gonna get Matt on. We're gonna get Matt Carroll on from MCU to do the Gotham defense. We've got one more Supergirl left, and then really until we get Arrow back on January 20th. So really, pretty much until then, it's just us in the news.
Yeah, we'll be coming back mostly every week, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Slow.
Like I said, it
does.
It's a little slow.
Even executives take some time during Christmas, so we'll see how much news prevails.
Yeah, they have virgins to sacrifice in this holiest of holidays.
Goats to slaughter. Shit. Tea leaves to read.
Fandoms to dismantle.
Right.
But until next time, I think we're actually going to come back with a news episode on Monday. So until next time, keep some DC on your screen. Go rate us on iTunes, because we need it so bad.
We need that. All the algorithms and their magical formulas dictate that we need those ratings and those reviews.
We're learning this now.
It's black magic for me, but whatever.
Damn you, Damien Darhk.
The world we live in.
Anyway, bye.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.